So in earlier in India also we used to charge before 2015. In India also we were able to charge VAT, means sales and purchase tax, if we do the purchases within the state. Okay, there was a tax procedure was different, means tax procedure in the sense within the state for within the purchases, within the state purchases we were able to charge, okay, some kind of tax percentage. Now if our purchases which we do from outside of the state, okay, the sales tax charges were differ. Now if we are going to purchase the purchase and sales, whatever it may be, okay, the say earlier before 2015 in India also we were able to use the VAT codes, value added tax and sales and purchase tax. Now it has been turned into the GST, okay, GST, goods and service tax. Now it is common for all the states. So GST we are going to discuss after completion of the and SD integration, because now we must require a, okay, purchase order and sales order. At that point of time we are going to apply the, okay, tax codes. But now let us discuss about the sales and purchase tax also. Don't think about only in India, okay, I mean the government has been decommissioned the VAT. Now if we see the other countries are following the VAT, okay. Don't think that you are going to let me I mean, you are going to work only for the domestic clients, you may work for the international clients also. So that is the reason the VAT is the, okay, we must aware of this one, the tax procedure, sales and, okay, sales and purchase and or VAT, we are going to call it as a, okay, VAT, value added tax, okay. Then so how it is going to, how we can implement that one into SAP system, let us see. As a FI consultant, okay, we need to map the conditions, okay, to that conditions we need to assign the GL accounts. Then the tax codes need to be assigned into the business transaction, means when we are posting a business transaction we need to assign, okay. But we have a separate another tax is there, withholding tax is a separate concept, okay. Then GST is a separate concept, okay. Let me show you how we are going to create the conditions into the system. Okay, now let me explain you my business requirement. First of all, let me explain about the business requirement, okay. Then now business requirement as follow, okay. Now when we are purchasing or purchase sales, whatever it may be, okay, when we are, okay, when we do sales we want to charge we want to charge output tax on this transaction, on this sales transaction. We want to charge output tax, let us assume 12% on this on the sales transaction, okay. How we can charge this one, okay, how we can apply the tax code, means we must have to apply when we are performing the sales activity, okay. Now for this one, what are the prerequisites to be required, okay, before, okay. Now we would require is a tax procedure, the tax procedure at country level, in the sense each and every country has their own set of rules to follow the, or to deduct the some tax. So that is the reason the tax procedure at country level, okay. First we need to check whether the tax procedure which has been created or not, okay. Now in India, we are in India, so in India as per Indian government rules and regulations we must have to deduct the tax, okay. The tax procedure at country level, the company code which we have created under country India, so that is the reason that procedure automatically it will be applied to that company codes, means which are the company codes are created under country India, okay. Whatever the tax procedure we are going to assign to that country, then that the tax procedure will be applied by default, because so that we have assigned tax procedure to country, India, under India, we have created the company code. So that is the logic reason behind that. Now we would require is a tax procedure. Then once the tax procedure will be okay, tax procedure need to assign at company at assign at country, assign to country India, need to assign. Then once that procedure will be assigned to the country, then need create the conditions. Create the conditions means tax conditions. In this tax conditions, what is my base? Okay, so on what basis I'm going to deduct the tax, means the system is going to calculate the tax. Okay, what is the base amount? Okay, always the tax calculation would be it's a base amount, means my invoice base amount is a 10,000 rupees. Okay, on the 10,000 rupees only I need to calculate the tax, means based on the tax condition the system is going to calculate the tax. Okay, now tax conditions is clear. Now after tax conditions, GL accounts for tax postings. Okay, company code level means we must have to create the GL accounts. So which are the GL account? Means for sales transaction I want to post to separate GL account the postings. And for purchase transactions I want to post as a separate the tax amount, whatever we are going to deduct the tax amount to be posted to the separate GL accounts. Okay, then after creation of the GL accounts, what we need to do? We need to assign the GL accounts. Then assign GL accounts to tax. Okay, after this one, okay, then create tax codes. Okay, the tax codes at company code level. Company code level means that the tax codes need to be assigned to that company code. Okay, then once the tax codes will be created, then assign the GL accounts to tax codes. Assign the GL accounts to tax codes. Means the GL accounts, whatever the GL accounts I have created, I am going to assign those GL accounts into this tax codes. So what will happen when we are posting when we are posting a business transaction, we need to specify the tax code, tax code tax codes. Okay, tax code only. Okay, how we can specify the tax code? It's a depends on the business requirement. Let me show you that one. Now let us assume F-22, if you want to post any business transaction, then how we can apply the tax codes? It's a depends on the business requirement. Then here for this transaction, if I want to apply the tax code, okay, if I want to apply the tax code, we need to select the calculate tax option. Okay, then one more option will be appear here, tax code. Okay, please select the tax code. Okay, because the GL account, మధు నేను క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా మరి చేస్తాను. So then if I am going to enter the amount, okay, then here I will give what I will give the account is a okay 300. Okay, this account, if this GL account, it is going to play key role. Okay, means what is the assignment into in this GL account? If this GL account is a marked for okay posting as a tax, then the system will require the tax postings. Go to the control data. Now here see, now you can see there are no postings for this GL account. We must have to change this one. Then here you can apply the star means okay, I will explain you. Then star means it's applicable for all type input and output taxes. Now system, if you are posting any entry here, what system will ask? Okay, system definitely now you can see the tax code option which has been appeared here without tax. Now let us give the amount, whatever it may be. Now see, See now, GL account required is a valid tax code. The system would required is a valid tax code. Without the tax code, system will not allow you to post the business transaction. This is the completely the process, end-to-end process. Then let us do the configuration in the system. Okay, now this is the completely the concept. Okay, so how we are going to map the conditions and how we can create the GL accounts and where we are going to map those GL accounts into the tax codes. All these things let us see in the system. Then, then SPRO, as I have explained here, the procedures, tax procedures, financial accounting, then financial accounting global settings, tax on sales and purchases, basic settings, check calculation procedure. Means here whether the procedure it is there or not. Okay, the procedure, okay, procedure, tax procedure at country level. First we need to create the tax procedure, means which procedure we are following. Okay, define the procedure. What I will do, I will create the new procedure. Okay, I will create the new procedure because I have already created for existing company codes. Okay, then I will create the new procedure. Okay, tax GE I will create. Okay, GE. Then tax procedure, tax GE. This is the procedure what I have created. Then save it. Then the conditions. Then control data tab. This is the very important one. Okay, concentrate here. Control data. Now under this control data, select the new entries. Select the new entries. Then after that, the step 10 I will give, means remember the step 10 what I have given here, it is not standard. Even in the real time they are going to mention is a 01, 02, 03 also. That is a pure depends on the business requirement. Okay, steps they can mention up to they can give 3 digits only the steps. Okay, so that is the reason what they will do, they will go for the like this 01. Okay, the step 1 let me give the 01. Okay, now counter is a 0, it's not required. Okay, now the condition type is important here. The condition type what I am going to use is the condition type. I will explain you what is this condition type. J, only 500 records only the system derived. Okay, m. Now see, input tax, the condition for input tax is a MWBS. For output tax, input tax MWBS, MWS will be there. One, let me go. Now you can see here for input tax, this is the output tax. These are the two conditions which I am going to map here. Okay, now first let me input tax. This is my condition. Here I am going to mention is the input tax. Then here, see, from and okay, from and to, it's not required here for this one. Means select, okay, this is wrong. Okay, it's not the correct one. It's not the correct one. B, okay, this is the one. Okay, first I want to base amount. Okay, first my condition would be a base amount. Means let us assume my invoice is having a 10,000 rupees. Okay, on that 10,000 rupees I want to apply the tax. First system need to understand before do the calculation, tax calculation, what is the base. Means the base is the base amount of the invoice. That is the my condition number 1. Then my condition number 02 I will mention. Okay, this is a 0. Then here here I will give MWAS I will give. Then here is the input tax. First I will specify the input tax. Then here see from and to 0101. What is this 01? What is this 01? Means when I am going to calculate tax, the input tax, my base amount, okay, the condition number 1, this condition, first system need to look into this condition. Means BASC, the condition is the system automatically, okay, based on this condition type, the system is going to, when the system is going to calculate input tax, this is my condition, the base amount, this is my base amount. Okay, on this condition system need to calculate the tax. Means from amount, from is a 01, means when the 02 condition which we are going to apply, system need to look into first consider 01. Means the here the first base amount, on the base amount system need to calculate the tax. Then then here all others are not required. Then account key. Okay, account key. In this account key, what is the use of account key? In this account key only we are going to map the GL accounts into the system. Okay, then then see for this one, what is this tax? Input tax. For this input tax, my condition is a VST. Okay, under this VST I am going to map the GL accounts. Then my next condition would be 03. On this also, okay, MWPS. Let me check here. MWWS. Then input tax. WAS is the output tax. Output tax, this is the input tax. Okay, so input tax, my condition MWAS, MWVS. Okay, this even input tax also, when I'm going to calculate input tax, what is my condition? Base amount. Okay, it's a 01 VST. Now the condition I have mapped for output is a VST. Now for input tax which I'm going to map is the condition is a MWS. Now you can see input tax, it's output tax. Okay, I have mapped wrongly. Okay, fine. For input tax VST, let me select here. Yes, VST. I have mapped. Okay, the below one is the above. Here this is the one. For this one is the condition is the for input tax. For input tax the condition is a VST. For output tax, for output tax the condition is the MWS. Here we need to select the, let me select M MW. Yes, now this is the one, output tax. So in this account keys we are going to map the GL account. So now the similar way we need to map into the system. Okay, according to the client requirement. Remember, okay, this is the base condition. Under this base condition, the from and to we are going to calculate. MWS is for output tax, VST is for input tax. Under this we need to map the GL accounts. Then save it. The tax procedure, tax GE. Then we have created the conditions. Then this procedure need to be assigned to the country. India, already there is a procedure which has been assigned. So now I have assigned this procedure. Save it. the procedure what we have assigned to the country, then create the tax codes. Then in the Excel sheet, okay, tax procedure, create the condition type. Condition types already we have created. We'll create GL accounts later on. Now we are creating the tax codes. We are here. Now FTXP is the transaction code to create the tax code. So country India, sorry, country India. Let me give the tax codes. Okay, the tax codes for India already there are tax codes. Okay, no values which has been found. Okay, now what we can do, we'll give the tax codes is a V0. V0 is the tax code. Okay, then what I will give is the 0% input tax. Means input tax. Now you can see V is the input tax, A is the output tax. I am going to select the condition V here. I mean tax type. Now here, if I apply this tax code to my business transaction, system will not calculate any tax. Means it's since it's a 0% tax code. Now, how we are going to maintain tax GE? Okay, already the procedure which has been appeared here. Okay, now VST. Now the input tax. Okay, input tax, the percentage, this is the percentage place where we are going to give for the, okay, GL accounts. I mean to post the business transaction to the GL accounts. Means here if I specify the 12 percentage, okay, means the system will apply the 12% tax calculation on my invoice amount. So that is the reason what I will give first. Okay, deactivate the line item, then give the percentage whatever you enter, then save it. And also one more thing, to post, okay, the tax percentage for this tax code. Okay, I mean system is been calculated tax percentage or tax amount. Okay, to which GL account it is going to trigger. Okay, there are two ways to map the GL accounts. So there is a OB40 is the transaction code, okay, where we can map the, or OBCL, okay, over there we can map the GL accounts, or come to tax accounts, give the chart of accounts, then here also we can able to map. Okay, if we want to enable this functionality, we have to do some additional configuration, but we can able to map the GL accounts. OBCL is the transaction code. Once we map over there, the system by default, the system will, okay, populate the GL accounts. Here I will show you that one. Then I have created tax code V0. Then I will create a one more tax code is a V1. Then this one which I am going to apply is the it's a 5%, 5% input tax. It's a input tax. V I am selecting, then enter. Then 5%. See now whatever I am applying, the system automatically it is considering 5. But in real time also, if system will not take this one, okay, we must have to enter this amount to 5% of the amount here. Then save it. Save it. Now what I have done, I have created the input taxes. Now I am going to create the output tax. Output tax, first let me create the A0. Okay, 0%, 0% output tax. Means if I am, means wherever you can go, the 0% tax codes will be there. Okay, because if sometimes if we do not want to calculate a tax, or we do not want to apply some business transactions, then A 0%. Now you can see automatically it has been applied, then save it. Now I will create one more tax code. It's a 12.5%, 12.5% output tax. Means I want to calculate 12%. A input tax, sorry, this input tax, tax only, right? Okay, then 12.5% system automatically system automatically it is keeping this amount. Now let me save this one. Now what I have done, if you go drop down, now we have the output tax A1. Okay, 12.5%. Okay, A for input tax, we have the two type of taxes are there. Now we have created the okay two tax codes. Two, I mean four tax codes total. Okay. Okay. So now what I am going to do, go to the now let assign tax codes for the non-taxable transactions. Okay, so there are some business transactions. Okay, those transactions okay not apply means we are not going to apply any tax code and any taxes. So for such transactions we need to assign the okay business, I mean tax codes prior to post the business transactions. Then OBCL is the transaction code /n/CL. Now go to the company code GE01. Now you can see already many peoples were assigned here. Then here also V0, the what we have created for GE01 is a 0% is a V0. For input tax, for output tax is the EA0. Okay, we have assigned the tax procedure. Now once this is done, then we'll go for the GL accounts creation /n FS 00. Then we'll create the GL accounts. Okay, GL accounts. Now let's see what VAT receivable is the asset for us. 200, 110, 200, 111, 200, 120, 200, 150. It is there. Okay, we'll take this one. 55, 200, 120. I will give E01. Okay, so this is the VAT receivable. VAT receivable account. It's a asset. Current asset. VAT receivable is a balance sheet account. Then other parameters are the same. Then only the field status group we must have to change. G041 we have to give for tax. Then select the post automatic only. Then VAT receivable is the asset, then VAT payable is the liability. Then for liability account, let's see. Red point. Okay, take this one. 506. Create the balance sheet account. It's a liability, VAT payable. Then control data, open item management, line item display. Then go to G041. Post automatic only, then save it. Now what we have done, we have created the GL accounts. Then what we can do here itself, we'll do 200, 120 is my raw material. This why has not yet been created the company code. Okay, already created. Then go to control data tab, apply the tax, enter, then save it. For this GL account, I think we have already applied the tax. Okay, now go back. Then assign the GL accounts for automatic postings. The next step would be /n OB40 is the transaction code. Then Now we can go here conditions. Okay, these are the transaction keys are there. Under this transaction keys, we are going to assign PVVS PST. Now for input tax, now you can see for input tax, this is the condition for input tax. Give the chart of accounts, then tax codes, don't select tax code. If you select this one, what will happen? This tax, okay, the GL account is applied only for that particular tax code. Select this, select save. Now give the GL account. So what we have created 200 155 we have created, and then enter and save it. Then go back. The next condition is the MWS for output tax. Save. Then for output tax, the GL account what we have created 100 506. Then now we have created the we have created the tax codes. now now let us go and see the GL accounts for tax codes. /n FS00, sorry, FTXP. Now country is India. Now A1. Let me go to the condition number A1. Now go to the tax account chart of give the chart of accounts GE. Now you can see the GL account, which is automatically the system has been determined. The system has been determined automatically the GL accounts. Means whatever the mapping we have done, okay, for this condition type, under this condition, okay, the system automatically it has been derived. I mean the GL account now it is available, now it is ready to postings. Okay, when we are using that one, when we are using the postings, the system will okay understand that one. Okay, this tax code is aligned with this GL account, so the transaction will get post to that GL account. Now let us post the invoice. Dash 22. Now let me give 1 lakh rupees. Calculate tax. Now I have selected calculate tax option. Customer invoice. Enter. Now system required is the valid tax code here. Without that tax code, system will not allow. So that is the reason what I am going to apply for. It's a output tax. Okay, let me select this one A1. Then go to document, simulate it. Now you can see the system is calculated, okay, tax automatically. Okay, that system is calculated tax automatically. This is the base amount. On this base amount, okay, this is the tax amount. Okay, this is the net payable amount. Okay, this is the way how system is going to calculate the tax automatically without manual intervention. The system need to calculate the tax without manual intervention. Okay, then then purchase and sales transactions, when we are going to perform an and FI integration or SD to FI integration in the purchase order or in the GRN, when we receive goods receipt over there, there is an option to assign the tax code. Okay, if we assign the tax code based on the condition type, the system is going to calculate the tax and post into the system. Okay, now let me post this document. See, now the document it has been posted. For this is what we have seen, the example what we have seen for sales. Okay, now for purchases, we can apply then the business people, whoever is going to perform the business transaction. Okay, means whoever is going to enter the transaction into the system, then the person should aware of that one, which tax to be applied, which tax code to be applied, because in real time you may see multiple n number of tax codes. Okay, so based on the country requirement, okay, we need to create the tax codes. Then the tax codes, while posting a business transaction, we need to assign the tax codes. Now here for F-22 transaction, we have to select by manually. Okay, the tax code we must have to specify. But in F-70 also, post the customer, post the FB70 is the to post the customer invoice. Here what we need to do, we need to just select the tax code here. Okay, first let me check the company code. What is the company code? See, GE01. Then here you can see the tax codes, whatever the tax codes which we have created under our company code. Then now you can see these are the tax codes which are available. Now you can select the appropriate tax code. Then based on this, the system is going to calculate the tax. That's it. For what is the difference between FD70 and F-22? F-22, in F-22 we must have to, okay, we must have to specify, select the tax code. Okay, which one? Now here no need to do such things. Then you can just select the tax code and select the calculate tax option. System automatically it will get calculate the tax here. But both functionality is the same. There are no changes while tax calculation. I mean, for this both means F-22 and FB70, both transaction codes functionality is the same. Okay, no changes. That is also for customer invoice posting. This is also customer invoice posting only. Okay, so Nagarjuna, Harsha, Vishwanath and Hema. So is it clear for you people, or do you require any additional clarification?
Okay, now side is clear.
Okay, okay. Nagarjuna. Yeah, Hema.
Clear, sir.
Okay, okay.
Sir.
Yes, Nagarjuna, please.
Sir, అది మీరు చెప్పేప్పుడు టీ కోడ్స్ కూడా హైలైట్ చేయండి సార్, టీ కోడ్స్.
ఈ టీ కోడ్స్ అంటావా? నో, ఎందుకు, నేను నీకు మెటీరియల్ ఇస్తాను కదా నాగార్జున, యూ డోంట్ వర్రీ. ఓకే, సో నేను మీకు మెటీరియల్ ఇస్తాను. ఆ మెటీరియల్లో పాత్ ఉంటుంది, టీ కోడ్ ఉంటుంది, అన్నీ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, యూ డోంట్ వర్రీ దట్ వన్. ఓకే,
భాస్కర్ పీడిఎఫ్ ఫార్మాట్ అదే నన్ను పంపిస్తాను.
పీడిఎఫ్ కాదు, అది వర్డ్ ఫార్మాట్. నేను ఇప్పుడు పంపించేస్తాను మీకు ఇమీడియట్ గా. ఈ క్లాస్ అయిపోయిన వెంటనే పంపిస్తా హర్ష.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం.
నో ప్రాబ్లం. సో దెన్ let me stop the recording.